somebody knocks on the door or rings the doorbell, she immediately starts barking before you can even get out of your chair. You shake hands with somebody or somebody hugs you or whatever the case may be. She stays in full bark mode and starts to lunge.
There has become more of a concern now that we're expecting.
Turf war.
Yeah, there's a turf war that's probably going to happen.
NASCAR has been a part of my life since I was born. From my dad to my uncle to everybody. I mean, we've been immersed in it since I was a baby.
Greg Sachs is the winner of the Firecracker 400 as Greg Sachs enters victory lane.
My father was injured racing in 1998.
Turned it back the other way and slammed straight into the wall.
And about 5 years later, he got some money together to go racing again. And Brian and I each quit our jobs, and from that point in time, we've been working together ever since.
Currently, Brian, Paul, and their dad sponsor NASCAR superstar Dale Earnhardt Jr. through their family business.
My relationship with Paul, my brother, is awesome. I mean, I'm 36 years old, I'm single, ladies, and I have no children, and I just kind of live vicariously through his family life, and I love having them come over. We've just been best friends since we were born.
I want my kids to share the same relationship I have with Uncle Brian, because we've always been such a close family. I don't want that to change because I'm married with 3 children and he's single with a dog.
But this is not just any dog. The ancient Chinese revered the Pekingese, and they could only be owned by royalty. Gizmo's beginnings are a bit more humble.
I got Gizmo 2006. There was just a sign on the side of the road that said "Free Pekingese."
My brother is afraid of dogs, and now he has Gizmo, and it's like his little baby.
What is that, Giz? Is that a fish?
I'd probably baby Gizmo because I don't have any babies myself, so I treat him like he's my child.
This is the only way you'll be a good boy. You're making Daddy broke.
And I don't want to discipline him, you know, I don't want to strike him, I don't want to hurt him, I don't want to make him feel bad, so I want to give him treats.
I go through a box a week.
He treats Gizmo with kid gloves, like, anything you want. Okay, Gizmo, here you go. I microwaved it for 10 seconds.
0, and he knows when he hears the beep that it's coming out.
It's, you know, everything is good, but in reality, he's a dog.
Hey, bad boy, let me get that food. Oh, Gizmo, ouch.
I love my nieces and nephews more than anything. I'll never forget that Gizmo bit Bella.
I was beside myself. I mean, she was bleeding, she was a year old.
It sent me through the roof. I was accepting of the dog until then. I always was wary of him, and I don't want it to happen again. It has to stop.
It was sad for me. I mean, it felt like I had lost control of my dog. He is just very possessive of everything. He thinks that everything belongs to him. Once it hits the floor, it's his property. When I have Paul and Laura over and all of my nieces and nephews, it revolves around me trying to kind of keep the peace every time they come over, and it makes it that much harder for me to enjoy myself.
The reality is it's the dog that causes the issue.
I'm not a big guy by any means, but I'm impressed by the fact that he can walk down the street and intimidate everybody. A little bit. Once I started interacting him with the entire neighborhood, it became a problem. There's a few in the neighborhood where he doesn't even want to go near him. Just will run off my leash and want to go attack him. Maybe he feels he's bigger than big dogs. He's got a Napoleon syndrome. But it's super stressful for me. I hope Cesar can make the relationship between my dog and my nieces and nephews a little bit better, and also help the interactions on the street when I'm walking Gizmo, I don't know, somehow chill him out.
So what's the problem? Problem is, he's not good with my nieces and nephews. He's bitten them. He's bitten me, and he's not good with bigger dogs.
How, like, when you say it's not good, what does he do?
He wants to go after everything that's bigger than him.
How big is this guy?
He's like 11.5 pounds. He's a little Pekingese. But,
and so what do you do when he misbehaves?
I never yell at him. I never strike him. I put him in a room by himself and give him a bunch of treats and let him chill out.
Hey, where is that? How does that? You came up with that strategy?
I have no idea.
There you go. That's a good boy. Now you're good. That's all it takes is treats.
And Gizmo, that's my child.
Right,
so
right.
to him, it's not like I'm rewarding him, but I am just, I guess.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. I just want him to feel good.
A kid that slaps his parents, you don't put him in the room and give him a computer or something.
Right.
You know what I mean? The kids will become gangsters.
I don't know. Oh, Gizmo, ouch.
Obviously, that's going to require a consequence. And then I'm not saying a consequence like a horrible thing to do, but we definitely have to do something about it. And so it's like you're capturing a wild animal there.
He has rituals, basically, and it's
good.
hard to break him from his rituals where I have to heat up his food for 10 seconds, and he comes to eat his food at 5 o'clock. You know, if I'm not home, I feel like he would pick up a phone and call me.
If you want the kids to enjoy Gizmo so you can just do your thing, and then we have to change certain rituals. Let's begin with that, where nobody gets hurt except the person who's feeding.
When I first met Gizmo, he just passed by like a shark. And I said, oh, that's not really good.
Let's go, buddy. Want some food? Want some food? Want some food? And he knows the sound of the side of the can. I do that every morning.
Oh, so you play it?
Yeah. I do it every time I do that.
All right.
And I play it.
All right.
And, I mean, it's pretty easy. I have to go over here and get a plate because he won't, no dog bowls.
No dog bowls?
No. He eats off of human plates every time.
So he's not a good customer of mine?
No dog bowls. Cutting up the food. Have to. If you don't, he won't eat it.
Oh,
Gotta
nice.
go in the microwave. Gotta be 10 seconds. I hit one express cook and I sit here, I have to wait. When it gets to 55, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. He knows the beep. Pull it out. Have to walk this way around because it's gotta be half and half and it's gotta be perfect. Can't open the lid. He doesn't like that. If he hears this open, won't eat. Gotta open it this way.
No way.
And gotta take it from here. 2 hands, push it out. And it can only be one, you can't do twice.
He has his own ritual, and he thinks it's Gizmo that has the ritual. You see what I'm saying?
Then we put it down, Gizzy, Gizzy, come eat. And he always goes around that way to come eat it.
And so when did he bite?
And then he eats. And he bites it. If something spills off the plate and I go to clean it up, like, I mean, he'll do it, but he'd bite me right now. I would have been bitten already.
He's not done yet, but this is almost like when I see the race cars and a guy is about to pass the other guy, you know, and this is him, he's trying to pass me, but I gotta stay. It's all mental.
I'm blown away right now.
There you go, see it? Left, right, left, right.
Oh, there's definitely mental involved.
Yeah, but one thing you can't lose is your patience. As you look, he's trying to outsmart me here.
You know what makes an animal very smart and very successful is his capability to wait. And he knew how to wait.
See, that step back is good. Because you know when a car is right here and the guy pulled back, that's an advantage.
It's a go sign.
That's a go sign.
It's a go sign.
A mind that dominates and knows how to wait, that's a very powerful mind. You need to be more patient than them.
That's good.
And that's how you dominate, with your patience.
Good.
That's good, that's good, that's good. They're gonna put pedal to the metal, right? They're gonna put all the gas they have, but guess what? They can't pass.
That was a shining example right there.
That's good, yeah.
Yep.
He's done it before.
Yeah. And it's just what's coming between him and what he wants.
Yeah.
And
Gizmo was aggressive, but it's actually really good to see why Gizmo became aggressive, why Gizmo became so detail-oriented, you know, to the 10 seconds versus the 8 second. The dog believes what you believe.
That's fine.
And it became absolutely powerful.
But see, by waiting and not venting, by whining, he conserves more energy.
He is a perfect energy saver. He knows at the moment you show weakness, meaning you lost your patience, that's when he said, oh, it's just a matter of time with you.
See it? It's like, maybe that strategy worked. I mean, this guy is definitely a NASCAR fan. You know, it's all about patience in NASCAR. Even though that's better, that's better. There you go. That's more submissive. There
He
you go.
will
That's
do
more
that.
submissive.
And that's, whenever he does lay down, that's where he goes in front of the fridge.
While Cesar tends to his wounds, he asks that Junior be fetched from the motorhome.
Oh, Gizmo, get ready, bud. I hope you like these dogs. I don't even want to watch.
You know, you say, I don't even want to watch.
I'm already stressed. This is exactly how I feel
That's
when
right.
Paul and Laura are coming over with the kids. This is exactly how I feel.
Right. Brian was tense the whole entire time.
Oh, boy.
Everything has such a dramatic event.
No.
Oh, boy.
Tail back. That's right.
I felt that Junior needed to practice no smell. Just come right here and participate for me to evaluate how this little dog behaves around big dogs.
Just relax. It's just like keep the car parked. Right here. This is my steering wheel.
People that own powerful breed like myself, we can't afford to have a dog not to listen to us a second right after we say something.
That's better. The reason why I did that at this point is because Gizmo actually is showing submission towards Junior by holding the head low. Junior. Because I want him to want some more.
I'm shocked. That's crazy.
That was surprising for Brian to see a big dog in Gizmo's house, and it wasn't too much of a big deal for Brian.
That is it.
It's like you're driving, but you were in the
That's
back.
He was not a believer yet.
Normally he wants to go after Dakota. He wants to immediately turn right. And in the mornings we turn left.
A lot of little dogs have this Napoleon complex
because
it's very typical to see their humans with a flexi leash. Let me change the leash here so you can see the difference. This leash is not for control purpose. All right, so now we're gonna meet his friend.
Definitely not friends.
This is normal. There we go, for him to put up a little fight. How are you, ma'am? Oh, yeah, there we go, there you go. This is good. So there is history here.
And he did want to kill. Gizmo got to the point where he was in two legs. He rather choked himself to death, and I said, okay, this is way too far gone.
He just loses his mind when he sees Dakota.
I lost this lap, right? Okay, it was a very short lap, but I lost it. I know how to lose. I embrace the losing, right? But at the same time, I know how to start again. We brought him to the mobile home so we can start all over again.
Junior created a good memory for him. There you go. There you go.
We went all the way from 10 to 0.
Junior actually helps him to calm down. So, lap number 2. Right there. That right there is showing you I'm paying attention to that direction. Look. All the way from here. How many feet? How many feet is from here?
50 yards at least.
Yeah. It is actually normal that if he can't get to whatever is in front of him, for him to redirect. In this case, it's actually healthier that he addresses it to me because it's much easier to control. That's good. There you go.
Every dog is different. That's the reason why we say consult a professional.
There you go. There you go. And that whine, that's the whine of a predator. Wants to do a kill, they have a certain whine. Mm-hmm. That's that. That's better. See, look at the ears. That's what you caress. Because I want him to know that this is what makes me happy. If you give him affection when they're aggressive, and then they want to do that over and over and over and over and over.
And I was touching, my regular touch, and he wasn't getting it.
Gizzy.
That's all right. He's done it before. That's why he's doing it to me.
At one point, I have to ask Brian, okay, let me go with Dakota and his owner for a walk.
So how old is Dakota?
He just turned 8.
And is he a Malamute or a Husky?
He's a Malamute.
Malamute. Let's get going. I'm glad how he ignores him.
He's Always been pretty good with dogs.
Yeah, he's awesome. Once he smells, it's gonna be friendship. Yeah, we're not ready to stop yet.
It's such a great dog. I'm so glad that we have Dakota as a helper.
That's better. Hey, now you're gonna see a difference. See, look at the ears now. Yeah.
This is the closest that they've ever been.
What I wanna get to is for him to imitate what Dakota is doing.
People get more tense, people get furious, people just walk away, people just drag me, but nobody has made me surrender.
Told him not there. See it?
And at one point, Dakota growled. That was a good, healthy growl. And Gizmo didn't know what that growl meant, except, let's fight, right? And I said, no, that growl means respect.
Now what we're gonna do is the face-to-face. A dog has more difficulty when it's face-to-face than when it's sideways. No tension on the leash, very important. I don't want him to feel the same tension he gets with Brian. No anticipation. I'm gonna let it go in front to see what his reaction is. But look what I'm gonna do here, right here. This is beautiful. He wants to smell, actually, look. So you have to know what he's saying and what he wants, just like when Dakota was saying the growl. When he came in, his intention was not to attack. Until there, there you go. There you go. Until there. Once you snap the brain out of it, then you can remove the dog from the situation. So the last thing the brain did was to become submissive. Let's do it again. That's the first time face to face, look. This is a sign that it's not that good, but it's face to face, so we're not gonna overreact. That's good, that's good. Beautiful soft eye contact.
My fundamentals are always the same. Calm, assertive human. Before I ask the dog to do anything for me.
I won't believe it until I see it. So here it comes. No way. Oh my God. Holy cow, that's crazy. I'm shocked. I don't believe it. Is that really Gizmo? Wow, it is. His tail is wagging too. Oh my God, they're touching. It was like a 20-minute walk, and now you're back, and they're actually on the same sidewalk at the same time. And this has never happened. He's prancing like he just won the Westminster. Look at you, buddy.
So we're gonna give Dakota a break, and then we're gonna do it again, all right?
I can't believe it. It's crazy.
I totally understand that for some people, a dog is their child. I understand, dog or child. Our job is to make them work together.
I mean, as a sister-in-law, how would you like? I mean, in families, so maybe your kid needs rules, boundaries, limitations. Maybe your dog needs rules, boundaries, limitations.
We just kind of know that that's how Brian is with the dog, and I guess we were hoping that the dog could be fixed, without fixing Brian. But clearly now we know that Brian needs to be fixed.
And we don't mean neutering. It's good to joke around. I mean, your family sometimes can be brutally honest. What do you think about that?
Paul and Laura have rituals with my nieces and nephews here who I don't. They come over, it's free-for-all. We have as much fun as I want to, and that's the same thing I do with Gizmo every day.
I never know when a human is going to get it, or when I can get through to the human and see, oh, it's me, That's the key. That's the bottom line. That's transformation. That's, it's not the dog, it's the human behind the dog.
Yeah.
After the family get-together, Dakota is rested and ready to resume her valuable assistance.
There. See, look at the tension here. Hey. See, if I keep tension, it intensifies. So if I pull back, like, when you saw that little tension, notice that I didn't pull back. What I did is I touched the side so I can snap him out of him.
I always pull back.
Yeah.
I pull and run across the other side of the street.
Oh, people drag. They drag the dog.
I might drag too.
That's better. Look.
unbelievable. I want to be a dog whisperer.
You are a dog whisperer. You just whispered the wrong way.
Amazing. It's amazing.
All right, so do the same thing. Come from there and come and meet us
Easy,
here.
come on. Let's go, buddy. Let's go. Come here. You do it up like this. Like this. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
This is, watch this, watch this. See how much pull are you doing?
Yeah, that was a lot of pull.
Yeah, lots of them. Watch this, watch this. Let me watch this, okay? You're teaching him to shut down. There you go. As soon as he move in, he's shut down. That's because the human use way too much tension. So we're gonna get him off. There you go, right there. Yep. See it? So as soon as the brain gives it, you gotta relax. Because he was moving, but you stay tense.
Walking with Brian, with a dog, he's like, oh man, I can't walk a dog with you.
Let's go.
There you go.
Let's go.
Keep going, keep going, keep
Come
going.
on. Gizmo, let's go.
Then relax. Again.
Right, calm down. I'm gonna put a leash on you.
Ready, buddy.
Let's do this.
Nice, nice. Gentle. There you go. Beautiful. Relax the hand. Relax it. Pull it down. That's right.
Good boy.
Shoulders up.
Good boy.
That's right.
Good boy. That's a good boy.
A little too tense. I hope he can see that eventually. There you go. Don't look at the ground. Just breathe, relax, relax. Nice. Picture the goal. There we go.
Good boy.
Beautiful.
Good boy.
That's right there. Nice. Relax the hand. Relax it completely. Yes, that's relaxing. Yes, right. Turn around.
You
there
too.
you go.
Come on. Let's
Bring it back.
Let's go back this way.
Don't look at the dog. Relax the hand.
Look at that.
There we go. Relax the hand. That's better.
Come on.
Stop right there. Stop.
Stop.
Relax the hand, buddy. Yeah. Beautiful, right?
What the hell was that, dude? I love you. That was unbelievable.
Thank you. But
Holy crap.
So relax. See, this is what I mean about relax. You want some vodka?
Relax her. That's unbelievable. Holy cannoli. That was crazy.
Right,
what are you doing?
No, I'm doing to
Who
you.
are you?
Right.
That was crazy.
Gizmo's like, I told you, dude.
That was
You're
awesome.
too tense.
That was so cool. All right, I'm so relaxed right now.
Right. The way you were using physical, it was way too much. So you make them way too strong.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You really empower a dog, and they learn not to listen to it. Look at this. Right here. So he doesn't have to come in here yet. Good boy. He can see what he's doing. You see what I mean? Okay, look, not tension, just short.
Yep.
Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. That's face to face, buddy.
I gotta admit, I thought this was unbelievably complete malarkey until you showed up, and now I'm like blown away.
All right, thank you. I don't know what that means, but thank you, right?
Here, you can take
so
it.
cool.
You can take it to another level.
Holy.
You know, this is just taking it to another level, right here.
This is a huge difference that the two of them can be this close.
The hardest part is to convince you that you don't have to anticipate the worst.
That's what I always say. Human have to see it to believe it. Human have to experience to believe it. And that to him was like the biggest surprise ever.
Look, remember, you have made this guy too powerful that he can actually make decisions.
We will remember Brian, I tell you that.
I know I made this mistake, but not anymore.
Yeah.
Greg Biffle, driver of car number 16, loved animals long before he became a NASCAR champion.
Growing up, I was always around animals, and mostly dogs, and I had a cat at one time, so just, loved animals.
It's a love Greg shares with his wife, Nicole.
We have 4 children. We have 3 dogs and a baby.
When I look at my situation, and then I look around, that's what gives me motivation to try and help, other people and other animals.
In 2005, Greg and Nicole founded the Greg Biffle Foundation.
NASCAR supported our organization. We really wanted to help bring awareness to the well-being of animals and humane treatment and how important it is to get your pet spayed and neutered.
Greg and Nicole have been wonderful supporters, not just through the Greg Biffle Foundation, but also coming in person to the shelter. They have been wonderful supporters historically of Halifax Humane Society.
These shelters, while they serve a main huge purpose, they do a lot of good. We have to get everybody to understand that spaying and neutering their animals will reduce the need for these shelters.
With shelters throughout America overwhelmed with unwanted pets, Cesar shares the Biffles' plea for spaying and neutering. Today, Greg and Nicole ask him to assist workers at the Halifax Humane Society. Cesar will demonstrate techniques to help place 3 dogs with behavior problems.
Having over 300 animals here at Halifax Humane Society, just one negative behavior can be the reason that a potential owner moves on to the next pet. And if we can help modify those, it's our belief that we can help find these dogs a home.
Thank you for your time. I know you got a seminar you're going to do here
Yes,
today,
sir.
so, all right, well, I got to get back to the track,
Thank
a
you,
little
sir.
practice.
Ma'am, pleasure to meet you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
We're very excited to have Cesar here. We know that he can make a difference for our animals, for our staff, and encouraging our staff with some of the best standards and methods that you can find.
Thank you. ¿Cómo están? Muy bien. Well, this is Florida. Everybody speaks Spanish, right?
That's right.
The first dog presented is Connor. Connor is a high-energy, high-jumper who is wild on the leash.
I just think he's a puppy. He just needs a little TLC, you know, a little training. And I think he'd be a great dog.
All right, so this is evaluation. That's energy. Who you are in the animal world is energy. So how you hold the leash is really how you're trying to control the situation. So I like to use a much simpler leash. This is normal. This is what he has learned to do. So here. Short but not tense. Right? From a Chihuahua to a Great Dane, leash all the way in the top helps to control the mechanics of the brain. Why this is good? Because the more he tries, the more he sees that this is not the way he communicates. And then he says, so what's my way of communication? Well, you wait. That's one way of communicating. There you go. See it? Then he says that at that time, there was no tension on the leash. So this is my way of saying good boy. So if I go, good boy, yes, good boy, he gets even more excited. So I'm gonna use sound when the mind is at a level 0. Then he associates sounds with calmness, because that's the moment of conditioning. So if I give food when the mind is excited, he relates food to excitement. Then the brain says, oh, that's how I get food. I act excited, they give me food. So the dog must remind human to stay calm and confident. Get it? Yeah, that's why a lot of people, when you see them, you grab a dog. It's like they're going to war. Look, see it? I put tension, look at it. Stop it, no, stop it. Sit, no, sit, stop it, no, stop it, no, off. Yeah? Right, so I said a lot of things, right? But I didn't create what I wanted. So I switched my state, look what happened. So it's not what you say, it's how you say it. I mean, this is obvious. This is like dog psychology 101. They don't lie. It's not like I give a Prozac pill to this guy. You know what I mean? It's just right there and then. And then you give affection there, or you just feel, that's what I wanted. What do you think? Not bad, huh?
Next up, a terrier mix named Gia.
Nice to meet you, Will.
Due to her small size, she tries to to get in with the bigger dogs and see if she can be the boss.
Gia's evaluation creates doubt as to whether she can be placed in a household with other animals.
So what I want you guys to see is how the evaluation is done, right?
Junior comes in to lend assistance.
How the evaluation is done. We're gonna keep distance. Proximities is a tool. When you're not sure, you can always go back to proximities and begin closing the space, right? And at the same time, that gives you access and evaluate how the handler is introducing that relationship. Because this is a handler that has a dog next to him, so that puts him in a follower position. That is a handler that has a dog in front of him, that puts a dog in a leader position. So we're gonna switch. You keep it right there. So what I'm saying is, we're gonna go over there, but on my terms. That puts the dog in a different frame of mind. More following directions instead of giving direction. There you go. Grab the leash. She's flooring with Junior. There you go. See, ears back, that's good. That's a terrier thing. Now what I say is, that's as far as you can go. And I'm pretty sure you would like to play with her. She's pretty hot. See, this is, there you go. So there you go. So she's playful. This is not an aggressive dog, not even dominant.
Hello.
Ah.
This is Speck.
And then there's Speck. Speck is an out-of-control pointer mix that scares potential owners.
For example, when we come and meet, this is how we come and meet. This is me owning my ground. You see it? Versus me doing this, he will sense that right away. If I hold my whole shoulders low, he will sense that right away. Notice when I came in, see, that is a conversation. Otherwise, he's just gonna take over. So every time you enter into their space or you're near the space, right, it's the conversation human-human, because human is ears, eyes, and dog is nose, eyes, ears. So now because I'm not acknowledging the dog with eyes and ears, doesn't mean I am not acknowledging the dog. And actually, is the best way to acknowledge a dog. Right? So here is a good way to implement nose, eyes, ears, calm, assertive energy. You get it? It's the same thing over and over with a different dog, right? But life is simple. I mean, to me, they're all dogs, different breed. So I'm always gonna go back to the principles. Nose, eyes, ears, calm, assertive energy. Well, he's familiar. Let me borrow that chair. Let me borrow that chair. May I borrow that chair? Yeah. There you go. Because, let's say, I mean, this guy, let's say somebody wants to make him a service dog. That wouldn't be too good, right? For him to go visit hospitals right that way. So one thing to practice is how to tell him not to climb on you, but to be next to you. But you saw the difference here? He came, he smells, but he also felt the difference. Then you reward that state.
It's amazing.
You know what I mean? There you go. Stay here. So they do react based on the energy and the understanding, because they understand knowledge. So that's my frame of mind. How can I make this dog be at service to society? Who you are in the animal world is? Energy. And who you are in the dog world is? Sense. That's right. Thank you.
Beyond the track at Daytona lies a real world the public rarely sees. A community of trailers and motor homes where NASCAR drivers and their families live during race week.
You, as a person who's watching NASCAR on a TV and you only see boom, 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 it's not the same. People bring dogs here. People bring their whole families here. This is like a family event. It's a city that focuses on driving. But for the most part, everybody, first and foremost, is to come back home.
Among the people coming back home is Kevin Harvick.
You're watching from Kevin Harvick, 29. We've only run 2 laps, and he's worked his way to the front.
Harvick is a perennial NASCAR champion with over a dozen victories under his belt. Ironically, the same man who can handle an 850 horsepower engine has trouble handling a 4.5-pound Chihuahua. Meet Lowe, one of the toughest competitors on the NASCAR circuit.
The reason that we got Lowe was just we needed something smaller to stay inside the motorhome, and we knew we wanted, you know, something around because it's fun to have pets around. Our big shepherds were having a tough time getting up and down the steps, and they just didn't like being confined to the inside of the bus during race weekend. So Lowe doesn't mind. It's like a full-on track inside for her, so she's perfectly happy with the inside of the motorhome. She's a good dog. When
she's playful and she's loving. She never made a peep, and then it was like the 3-month mark hit, and it was all out.
Somebody knocks on the door, rings the doorbell, she immediately starts barking before you can even get out of your chair. So you shake hands with somebody or somebody hugs you or whatever the case may be.
Really?
Every time I come in here, it's like this.
She stays in full bark mode and starts to lunge at certain people, and then as you sit down, if you hold her and somebody goes to touch you, or she'll lunge at them and try to tell them to get back. She doesn't bite them, but she'll put her mouth around your hands.
If she sees anyone walk by the bus, by every window, she's barking as well. Well, and she travels with us to a lot of Kevin's appearances, and I can't really let her around people because she's loud and she'll bark.
I get nervous when she gets around infants, and obviously for us, we're getting ready to have a child of our own, so A, nap time is important, and B, you don't want her to have that first bite on a small child or something.
She's literally never bitten anyone in the 7 years that we've had her, but, you know, I just don't want to take that chance with the baby. I just hope Cesar can let other people, you know, come into her space without being so aggressive. I think our biggest fear now is the baby.
That's a doorbell.
Oh.
Pretty awesome.
How you doing? Sir. How are you? Come on in.
When I ring the bell for the first time, and I hear low barking, it was like, "Oh, this little dog is not aggressive, it's not territorial." The bark tells you how they feel. To me, Lo is more confused than anything else. You know, it's a combination of insecurity and excitement combined, and it becomes frantic. The bark is not a territorial or aggressive bark. They're just saying somebody's new or somebody's coming. But sometimes dogs get stuck in telling you, somebody's here, somebody's here, somebody's here.
Right.
We know that she has the capability to snap out of it and just go back to silence. The key here is how quick she stops.
She stopped pretty quick. Quicker than normal.
Yeah, quicker than normal. She stopped when you came in.
Yeah.
That could be the way I came in, right? So calm, confident. Because the brain was excited, I didn't acknowledge the brain.
Okay.
So a lot of times when people come into your place, they acknowledge you, hi, how you doing? And then they acknowledge the dog. You see, like they say her name at that time. Or they go, hi, baby, right? So if you do that at that time, you're just nurturing that state.
Okay.
But at the same time, I know that her bark means somebody's here. It doesn't even mean territorial or aggression.
Well, it's good it's not an aggressive bark.
Oh, no, no. Not at all.
There's just lots of triggers. I mean, doorbells,
Telephones.
people. Yeah, I mean, people, you know, would, like if she's holding the dog, you know, if this was you, you know, and you were like, oh, you know.
He does it to you.
Somebody new comes to hug her.
Yeah.
I mean, that's me, and I'm around her every day,
Yeah.
so.
It was funny when I saw Lo biting and she's closing her eye as she's biting. She doesn't even know where she's biting. It's just another physical indication where this dog is not aggressive. You know, an aggressive dog really wants to know what he's gonna bite. So he can hold down and he can, you know, he can do his thing. But Lo was just so funny. Almost like, still away from me, I don't know what to deal with you. Do it again. Now, relax, relax, relax. Just let it go. When you hold in the state. When you relax, the mind goes into a different state of mind.
So she's feeling that I'm
Holding, yeah. You're pulling back, meaning you're flight. And she's being protected, and then you say, no, let's fly. So they get frantic. You pretty much are capturing her.
It makes me feel really dumb.
See, you're coming from an emotional point of view and coming from a logical point of view. When you become emotional, you have tendency to disregard the little things because you're focusing on, you know, she's gonna bite somebody.
Right.
That's the end product. So how do we make her not bite somebody?
Right.
And then you address it. Right there, that's it. There you go. That's just a reaction of the brain. Like the sound is what triggers that. See, it's going down, it's going down, it's going down. As much as you can condition a dog to sit down, stay calm, heel, right, with sound, you can also make him nervous through sound, because the sound is also connected to the nerve system, not just the brain. What you're doing is the opposite. You're saying sound means calmness. Now that they're pregnant, they really have to understand how important rules, manners, and limitations are. I mean, for parenting. So that's, I think it's a perfect moment to rearrange certain way of being and how to relate with a dog. But they both can benefit with rules, manners, and limitations. People with little dogs, this is what they do. First reaction. And then they hug the person, right? So if you know the dog is about to do that or is doing that, you just lower it. You give them less power. Because look, you get even more tense.
Right.
Because you have to hold down.
Right.
And then you roll back. But calmly, not like,
right.
Just because at the end you want her to feel calm from the approach. Calm and confident. If you stay calm in a race, you're gonna solve the problem.
That's my problem.
Under chaos, calmness is the best tool.
I want her calm.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not calm.
Right. I think Delana recognizes that she definitely not practice calmness, so the dog becomes a mirror of that. So not only is going to be a good test drive as a parent, but it's also a good test drive as a consciousness. Relax, breathe. That's like yoga with a dog. Right? So you know somebody's coming towards you. Oh, there you go. So, no, not backwards.
Not backwards?
No.
Down.
There you go.
Okay.
It's almost like you put them in a purse. That's all it is.
Okay.
Or just shake hands. That's not a bite.
No. And that's what
Just frantic. She's just frantic. So see what you're doing is just doing this a little bit. See this part?
Mm-hmm.
It's here. That's what I'm saying. Because you want her to feel this as a relaxed movement.
Okay.
Otherwise, she's feeling this. And that's what she's not getting the message.
Right.
You know? Then you have to feel confidence about it, and she misbehaves, and then you put it right here. But see how calm the movement is? It's the same movement, but it has an essence of calmness.
Right. I learned today that I needed to correct Lo with a more calm demeanor. I didn't realize that I was sort of passing my anxiousness on to her when I was receiving attention and when I was trying to correct her behavior.
One thing is she's not aggressive. It will take a little time because we're working with 3 things here: dominance, excitement, and insecurity. So it's 3 things. With those 2 things combined, it takes a little longer for the dog to snap out of it. But at the same time, you're providing calmness. See this tail right here? That's the first sign you're gonna see. That you're gonna see that this is gonna go down here, and that's when you start seeing less excitement. Again, the touch is not to hurt her. The touch is just to snap the brain or create an out-of-balance experience. That's all it is.
Okay.
You know, but if you hold back, that only grounds her even more.
So it's not a hold back, it's a...
Yeah, it's just, you know, when people panic and then we slap them in the face, it's not to hurt them, it's just to snap them out of them. That when you're doing a discipline ritual, it's not about hurting their feelings, because otherwise you break trust. So the animal will not come back to you. At the 14th or 15th day, you see, he got it. It becomes his second nature. To them, it's just conditioning.
I think I was approaching it more from an intellectual standpoint of, oh, I don't want to hurt her feelings, when she doesn't relate to me that way at all.
What I learned today is to be very assertive with the dog, let it know in very simple ways that you're in charge, and when it's doing something wrong, to immediately discipline it.
I want to address it here.
Yeah, I appreciate all your help, but I have to go to work. Structure in anybody's life is a good thing. I think the dog will be happier just with some structure as well.
Daisy was born blind and deaf, and Olivia instantly became her eyes and ears, looking out after Daisy. And now the aggression is very sad to see.
From a distance, Bruce Mead and Miriam Farish look like every other dog-loving couple. But there's nothing ordinary about them or their pets.
Ever since I can remember, we always had animals. The house just never seemed right without animals.
Miriam's the one, she sort of coaxed me into a lot of stuff. And, you know, I'm sort of more of the father figure, the supporter. That's a little more my role.
So we have Daisy, Olivia, Louie, and Lily, 2 cats and 2 dogs. Louie has 3.5 legs. He was our first special needs animal. He came to us with a cast on his back leg and his other back foot amputated.
We've got Olivia on a trip to San Francisco. She was at a truck stop, and nobody was there to take her. There was no chip, there was nothing involved in trying to identify her. She had no collar on, nothing.
3 years after they rescued Olivia, Bruce and Miriam adopted a dog with special needs named Daisy.
Daisy was born blind and deaf. We came across Daisy's picture at a pet store, and we knew the odds of her finding a home was going to be slim. When Daisy first came home, she was pacing, nervous, wouldn't sleep.
It was a bear out of the gate, trying to adjust to Daisy because she was just so crazy and we didn't know what to do with her. Nobody had any information. I put baby protection on everything so Daisy can go anywhere, run into anything she needs to run into.
She bonded immediately with Olivia, and Olivia instantly became her eyes and ears.
While the bond between the two dogs strengthened, Daisy remained aloof from her owners and even began displaying signs of aggression.
And that was devastating for us. You know, it's odd to come home and not have your animals run up to you and greet you.
Miriam and Bruce desperately sought advice regarding Daisy, only to discover that few resources are available on dogs that are both blind and deaf.
We had one trainer who was willing to come in and just gave us some advice and said, this is how you deal with her aggression, this is how you deal with her not sleeping, pacing, and it'll take a couple years, but she should come around. Putting Daisy on a schedule was the first step because Daisy started to trust us then.
With the new trust, Daisy achieved a breakthrough under Miriam's patient guidance.
So proud of my Daisy. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Daisy is amazing with people, and she loves people. She has no problem meeting them. But that same person could walk into her home, and she will not be the Daisy that you see. She gets incredibly anxious and nervous and becomes a different dog. She goes into this different state. It's hard for me to watch her go through this because she's circling, she's even more nervous than she usually is.
Concerned about Daisy's reaction, Miriam asked the camera crew to step outside.
Miriam has a very special bond with Daisy.
I feel like Daisy and I have a relationship where she tells me when it's too much, and I know when enough is enough.
Millie, come here.
I've watched other dogs, and it seems like they're confused. And so they either turn aggressive or they just turn and walk away.
They don't know what to make of her. They usually try to bite her, or, if they try to sniff her, she goes crazy.
Okay, well, when we went through the acclimation process in the beginning, we didn't realize that dogs were going to behave different towards her than, say, when they meet Olivia.
Olivia just took on the role of looking out after Daisy in that response, which became difficult for us. We feel guilty because Olivia took on so much of Daisy while we were trying to raise her, and we didn't know when to stop Daisy. And she spends 24/7 with her, and we could see the stress weighing on Olivia. We just don't know where to draw the line, and now the aggression is very sad to see because we feel like it's a direct response to what we did or didn't do correctly when we brought Daisy in.
What a good girl you're being.
I would love for Cesar to be able to help Daisy to acclimate to other dogs, to not be so fearful. She stresses a lot because she doesn't understand a lot.
As is often the case, the owners have their story, and the dogs have a completely different tale to tell.
So how can I help you guys?
Well, we have two dogs, Daisy and Olivia.
Okay.
We rescued Daisy at 3 months old, and she was born blind and deaf. And Olivia we had before Daisy. They have this very, very strong connection, but we're afraid that in spending so much time caring for Daisy, we neglected to support Olivia, and she may now be acting out because of Daisy's obsessive behavior and connection with her. And our two main problems with Daisy is she cannot handle people coming into her home, and she cannot meet other dogs.
This is a dog that can be easily being bullied. If you start worrying with the dog at the same time, you're just adding energy to the problem.
Interesting.
When somebody panics with you, the trust level goes out the window.
See, it was always difficult because we didn't know to be a role model to Daisy. She can't hear and she can't see.
She can feel.
So that's what I'm saying. So now that you pointed that out, she can feel that.
Oh, man, they're born blind and deaf. The mother is sent before sight, before sound.
Oh.
If you don't feel good, they're gonna pick up on that.
Right.
See, a dog is a reflection of human behavior. So once you stabilize yourself, you stabilize the whole entire house. Really, how I do the show is pure intuition. I don't know anything about the case. I never met the people, I never met the dogs, and I just get a feeling. And to my intuition say, don't tell them to go away. They have to actually witness that their story is not reality.
She's a little stressed from the change
But do you think it's a bad stress or a good stress?
To us, we view it as bad because when she would do that, she would do it when something was different or she was uncomfortable.
But the tail is not between the legs, so that's good. Ears are not stick to the back, like when they're really stressed, the ears go stick to the back.
Right. Oh, okay.
You know, Daisy was never stressed out. When a dog goes in circles, especially dogs like Daisy, they're picking up on the scent. It's 5, 6, 7 new people in her house. When you see dogs doing search and rescue, that's what they do.
Oh.
Where is the strongest scent come from? And then boom, they take over.
Right.
The circling was my biggest concern. I always viewed that as bad or her being fearful or scared, and the first thing he said was that it was okay and normal and it's what you want. You're saying that's not stress, and that's how we used to view it. She's
figuring it out.
Right.
To me, that was end of the day. That was perfect.
How do you correct her if she wants to get into like a food or like the trash or anything like that?
That's not always easy. We just pull her down. Like if she jumps on the counter, you pull her down.
Can we do that?
Sure.
Is that okay, measure? Because if you pull her away, that doesn't create the understanding of not doing it again.
Right.
All right, so here.
Oh, hello. Stay. Stay.
That touch is just to slow the brain down. That's all it is. Right there. This to create a little distance. This is the bubble right here. The brain's still focusing on smelling, but we're saying keep a distance to the scent. See, look, see it?
Yeah.
So this doesn't move away.
Okay.
If this moves away, the brain never learned to stay away.
Oh.
And if the tail ever goes between the legs, then your job is just to go grab her, keep her there. Oh, that's actually really good.
That's when she's letting you know she wants something.
Well, and guess what? Because she's waiting, I'm gonna reward that.
Oh.
I just saw that she's in a waiting state.
Okay.
And that's exactly what I want, right?
Right.
When you pick up a scent, go to a waiting state. That's the block mechanism, that's the control mechanism.
Okay.
I really, really love Daisy as a teacher. That's a dog that teaches you about the nose of a dog, and that's what I love about a dog, you know, is how different he is from me.
Next, Cesar summons a member of his pack named Buddha.
I'm gonna bring a dog that I know he's not going to react negatively, and I'm gonna bring pretty much just the scent. Just relax. So I'm gonna control this one. So here, this is like almost hunting. There you go.
Yeah, she does that.
I'm gonna snap the brain out of it. She's hunting. If you were to pull from the back, she would take it as that's what we're doing.
Oh, she does. Yeah.
Then she grounds herself even more.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
This is good.
She's looking,
I'm
asking
not,
you,
I know.
"Mommy, what should I do?"
So here I'm gonna help. She's getting closer to the smell. What I'm saying again, keep distance to the smell.
Okay.
Because she has the eye contact. She doesn't have the eye contact, so we don't have to worry about the fight here.
Okay.
Right? So we're keeping her outside the circle so she can learn from the one who can actually teach best.
Oh, wow. I had to continually calm myself down through the whole process, and then once I saw Olivia calm and then saw that Daisy really was not that concerned about it, again, I went to, okay, this is obviously not their problem, it might be mine.
Yeah. If you stay calm, the other dogs stop.
Right.
It's huge.
Look,
Very cool.
See? That means...
Oh.
No.
Sorry.
See?
sorry.
That is funny. Let me explain to you what's happening. She's still here with us. It's just outside the bubble. Therefore, we have control. That's a permission eye contact. See it? Is that okay? This is beautiful. Good. Sideways, I'm okay with that. Very, very gently. You relax. There you go. That's good. She's giving sideways, so everything is good. You're paramedic. See, she didn't like the head on the top of him.
Oh.
So, one thing that is not good is when she goes on the shoulder. She put her head up. That's when he did this.
Oh.
So no dominance.
Right, wow.
And then as soon as she gave up on it, he gave up on it. I told him from 0 to 10, this is 1. 10 being bad, red zone. This is not even close to dominance or territorial.
I guess I misread her.
Just a little bit. Should we go for a walk?
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
We go?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's always like this.
I didn't even.
Oh man, it was painful to see Marianne walking a dog that way. You see, Daisy didn't care that she was blind and deaf. I'm gonna pull this human because she's tense. See,
Right.
Like, see, there's a lot of tension.
Oh,
It's a lot.
It's
See,
awful.
They have a lot of things on the dog. You know, the harness, they have the junction, they have a collar. You have all the tools in the world here.
I also am very nervous about if Daisy were to get away, if her leash were to break, what would happen? And so I carry that anxiety as well.
Okay. Well, it's like an armor.
Yeah, we don't mess around there. The
No.
anxiety.
The way she was holding it is like, well, just let it out. I mean, the dog is blind, the dog is deaf. He's not gonna harm anybody.
That's good.
I got it, yeah. When you transition a dog from pulling to following, they're gonna put up a fight. Oh, this is all good, okay?
Okay.
This is all, it's new to her, right? She's normally used to feel tension. The meaning of this leash and that part of her neck is just for her to relax.
Right. Okay.
It's how you react to the situation is more important.
Okay.
We were fully convinced that we were going to have to keep her on that harness permanently because that was the only way to steer her.
Next, Cesar brings out another member of his pack, named Argos.
This guy, we rescued him in Spain. Spain, if the dog doesn't hunt properly, they break their legs.
Oh my God.
Caesar uses Argos to show Miriam and Bruce the correct way to let another dog pass.
There. The smell is not a problem. But see, there's no moving
Right.
towards. And I'm not using that much power, even though I have 2 dogs.
Okay.
Obviously, me doing is one thing.
Sure.
You have to do it.
Okay.
Didn't think I would be able to walk the 2 dogs.
Okay,
Okay,
so
wait. That's you going to for
I'm
a
not
war
sure
like
what's
that.
happening.
Short, but not tense.
Okay.
See it? No words today. Just walk. Just the
wait.
same W without the... Just go this way.
Okay, Olivia, come here.
Nice.
Okay.
What do you think? What kind of energy you think you're using? How do you feel, honestly? Just say it.
I'm a little nervous,
That's
not
right.
nearly as
That's
nervous,
right.
but
That's right.
I am nervous, and
That's right.
I don't know why.
That's right. It doesn't matter why. The point is, see, that's where honesty comes in. So if I say, how do you feel? You think honesty. I feel nervous. There's nothing wrong.
Right.
Then you start calming down. So dogs also play an important role for us to go into a meditation state. Because meditation state is about letting go. Yeah, that's better. There you go. See, even your eye contact change.
Mm-hmm.
What are you focusing right now?
I'm just staring.
Nice. That's right.
We're usually doing something, grabbing Daisy or holding back Olivia, and none of that was happening. So it was very quiet.
There you go. That's right.
Hey,
Nice.
acting like this is a dance step.
Nice.
It felt great. It felt empowering.
Yeah, that's good. Right there. You got it. This is it. You got it. You go. Just go around. Keep going.
Oh.
There you go. Yes, my God. Look at that. That's right. You got it. That's right.
Nothing more calming than 10 men in front of you with a camera.
That's good. Good. Then I teach her how to walk 3 dogs. So the more I was putting on her, the more I forced her to focus to stay balanced. It's funny because the more I challenge her, the more she did this. The more you focus on them,
Right.
right? This is about trust. Yeah, this is trust at its best. I think the message of the story is what we call handicap. It's not what a dog thinks as handicap. Handicap to them is their inability of being happy. That's handicap. To us, handicap is physical. To them, is mental. To them, is emotional. To them, is spiritual. You know, so when we deprive a dog from being a dog, we handicap them.
Thanks so much.
Yes.
You're awesome.
Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
feel more relaxed?
I do, absolutely.
I love the stories, though.
Daisy changed our lives. She opened my eyes to special needs kids. She opened my eyes to what parents go through and the strength that these parents have to deal with special needs kids. People ask me, do you ever wonder or think about if Daisy wasn't blind or deaf? And I say that wouldn't be Daisy.
Hi,
cute boy.
I've been a dog lover since I was a little kid. When I see them, I stop, I want to talk to them. And that, you know, really came about the last 10 years. It just got really strong.
So strong that after this successful Canadian businesswoman sold her company, she dedicated her life to animal rescue.
In June 2009, the Humane Society in Edmonton, Alberta said, if you really want to help, why don't you load up the Gulfstream plane that you have access to and bring us some small breed dogs? It's a win-win situation because what we did is we brought small breeds from California who definitely were going to be euthanized.
Despite the fact that Jan has devoted so much of her life to saving dogs, she didn't have one of her own.
RJ came into my life in April 2011, and I was the fortunate one who was able to adopt him at a charity event. I had to have RJ the minute I laid eyes on him. And it's just been, like, he's totally changed my life since the day I took him home.
What's going on?
RJ is an amazing little dog. He looks at you like he knows what you're thinking. He picks up your moods, he's there. He just makes you feel so happy.
But Jan's unique living situation aboard a yacht in a Huntington Beach marina triggered a fear in RJ that no one could have foreseen.
Within about a week, he is strolling down the dock. He's a puppy. He thinks everything's fine, and he fell in the water. Instinct did take over. He started to dog paddle, but had no idea what he was doing. So I pulled him out. He looked at me as if to say, this is not what we're going to continue to do. So we had another 2 incidents like that. By the 3rd time, he figured out, okay, you know what, I've got to watch because if I step over here, I'm going in. And so he's very careful. He could jump, play on the dock. He would never fall over off again. And that's been quite a while since that's happened.
Where you go? Go. Come on, you can jump. You can do it.
He won't jump from the dock to the boat because he can see the water in between. So, I mean, we've worked at it and worked at it, and he just sits there and he'll wait. I can come in here and be in the boat for 2 hours, and he'll just sit out there and wait because he will not make that jump.
Go. Okay, over we go again.
One day we headed down to the Huntington Dog Beach. You know, he walks down there and everything's fine, and I'm thinking, okay, this is great.
Come on.
We get closer and closer and closer to where you could really hear the waves, and the brakes went on, and I thought, okay, this is just his first time. And I mean, it was a real performance. He was scared.
Okay. Come on, let's go. I'm not gonna hurt you. Come on.
And we went down again. And every time we have gone, it's gotten worse because even before we even hit the wet sand and he hears the waves, the brakes go on. And it's not because I want to get him in the water swimming. And that's not what this is about. What I would like is so that he can go to the beach and play and enjoy the sunshine and enjoy other dogs without being so traumatized. His little heart just goes, you pick him up and his little heart's just pounding. It would be nice if he would just realize he's not going to be killed by the waves.
How can I help him?
Well, I hope you can actually help RJ, my pup.
He looks like a water dog.
Well, he's an Australian Labradoodle, and everyone's like, what are you talking about? Of course he should like the water. He's just terrified. He just is traumatized. He plants himself. He runs. He digs in the ground. It's just, and he's not even in the water. He will not jump from the boat to the dock because there's that little bit of water that there's a little separation.
It's an honor to help people when they have such a big heart, but at the same time, they need a little bit of knowledge.
Here you go, baby.
There you go.
Be brave.
To help this anxious water dog overcome his fear of water, Cesar decides to start the session on shore, using Jan as a motivator.
So for some dogs, their motivation is not the toy, it's not the food, it's not another dog, it's just they're human. And they have a really nice bond relationship. I want RJ to miss Jan, and so create a little bit of this pulling. Come on, take me to her. There you go. I'm gonna let him do that. I had no idea where his insecurity will begin. All right. It began right by these cables, by these yellow cables. That's where it began. This line right here. See, the tail went down. He's curious, but he's concerned. I'm waiting for that moment, just for him to cross that border. You know, the border that I jumped was higher than that. Go ahead, dude. See the tail? And it's that little gap. That's why it's just a little gap. But that gap begins all the way from here. And that's when I need 2 leashes. One for him to pull me and the other one for me to give direction. So I'm gonna use this just to unstuck him. I can wait. He's doing it again. He's doing it again. But then, at the end of this area of the dog, it wobbled a little bit, which is normal that any dog feels a little uneasy. This much of a distance, right? But to him, it's a big milestone. There. Oh, look at this one. This is him on his own. This is good. Look. This is the leash that gives the direction. Here. This one right here. Then you relax. As soon as you see there is some sign of good boy. Turn it around. This is almost, look. The third or fourth time it was perfect for Jan to come in, so he sees that she also wanted him to do it. And you're gonna see that once the owner do it, it's gonna be even much easier for him. And at that time, he was already in the zone, so just go all the way to there. Going out is very easy for him. Coming in is where he has
Let's
the...
go. Come on. Come on, RJ.
See, going out, see, so there, I let him pull. Yeah, there you go. Just, see, here is, because it's so wobbly, this is what he has a more difficulty. All right, so that, see, I told you that with the owner, he was gonna do much better.
No matter what you're doing, whether it's something like with the dog whisperer or whether it's work, it doesn't matter what it is, but if you've asked someone for help or you've asked someone to give your opinion, well, if you don't listen, then don't waste their time and don't waste your own. Today, I really practiced what I always preach because I wanted to hear what he had to say. It was magical watching it.
Good boy.
Normally, I tell people, don't give affection yet, but this guy goes into a calm state so quick that you give an affection to that, so you're rewarding calmness. When he gets nervous and you go, come on, baby. See, you weaken yourself as far as he's concerned. He's already hesitating, therefore he's weak. And if you go, it's right. Just walk towards the boat, relax, just...
It helped me so much, helped me to realize that what I do affects RJ so much.
There you go, nice,
Hey,
yes.
RJ.
Nice.
Cool.
But it was obvious to me that she had that side of her. I mean, you don't achieve things in life this big being soft. Now, the beach can bring a different element. It's not as easier to control the wave. I observe how Jan gets the dog out of the car. The dog is comfortable. RJ is fine. Nice. So all the way here, he's happy. Look at him. That's nice. That's really nice.
Gorgeous.
Then we start going towards the beach, and she started pulling the dog back. He said, no. You want him to drag you to the beach. This is the time where you break the rules. Yeah. I'm gonna take advantage of this state of mind. Because I want to take him to a high level of excitement, because if high level of excitement is here, fear can't get in. This is when you need the flexi leash. Nice. So I'm taking the brain, I'm putting the brain in ecstasy. Ecstasy of excitement. The beach is ecstasy. Nice. You gotta use whatever the environment, the situation, life gives you. If you don't see the signs, if you don't see what's available to you, and then that's not their fault. That's gonna be your fault. Keep walking, keep walking. RJ is a sensitive little kid who gets playful. That's RJ.
He ever run? This is amazing. We've never got past the dry sand. Poor RJ doesn't realize how close he is.
When RJ would go to want to play, I would pull him back and say, no, you know, and just let him go. And I would always be ready to stop him from doing what comes naturally, which I finally got today.
Sometimes just giving them space allows you to achieve what your intention is. Right. You know, that's just being a leader.
That was pretty amazing for that quick on the boat, Cesar.
Yeah.
It really was.
So here you can bring the, you know, the flexi leash. You can bring the flexi leash or something. Just give him, you know, it's just to give a little bit so you can study him. There you go. And then when he's in that state, you bring the sound. That's when you say, good boy, that's my boy. That's when you do it.
Okay.
You know, that's when people should say, it's okay. People say it's okay when the dog is nervous, and they say, no, I'm telling you, it's not okay. That's what I'm saying.
That's so true, isn't it? It's all right, it's all right, it's all right. And then
Right.
they just, yeah.
This is when you say it.
when they're proud. When they're not proud, yes.
Good boy.
Yes.
Oh, look at now. Here we go.
Good boy. That's my boy. Good boy.
Unreal.
So your job is to make sure that every second of his life he feels that way. And when he feels unsure, you can feel unsure as well. So you have to just help him right back.
Okay.
That's really close. Good boy. That's a good boy. Good boy. Oh, this is good. This is good. Oh, wow, this is good. When I start digging and all that, it requires self-confidence.
The digging, I used to stop that. It would be like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? He's a dog.
That's right.
Oh my, you're having so much fun. And you don't even know where you are.
Yeah, this is happiness.
This is what it is? He's just happy?
This is happy. Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is too cute. He's having a ball.
He's having a breath. Oh, God.
You are so smart.
That's what the brain learned today. Excitement, ecstasy, and trust, relaxation. It doesn't get no better than that. That's a great day.
Good boy.
Here, come on. Come on, peck.
I am a dog lover. I'm very sensitive to dogs, and there's just an energy about dogs that I love. I went and looked at a litter of standard poodles, and basically, Jessie picked me out of the litter. She's an amazing dog. She's very social. She loves people, but if I walk in the door, it's like, hey, he's here. I have to follow him now. So there's just something about her. There's just this energy, and we have this connection with each other.
Say hi.
My niece originally purchased Piper, and my brother told my niece Megan she couldn't keep Piper because they had 3 dogs already. So I happened to be at the office one day, and Megan showed up with Piper, told me she was looking for a home for her. So I called Bob immediately and asked if I could bring Piper home. And I did for a weekend, a trial weekend, to see if our dog, Jessie, got along with her. And they hit it off, and we decided to keep her.
Come on, Piper, say hi.
My first impression of Piper was that she was shy, and her shyness progressed quickly. Within a week, Piper was completely scared of me and Bob and people.
Come in.
The doorbell rings, somebody comes to the door, and it's somebody she doesn't know. She scoots away as fast as could be and run around to some other part of the house. Our bedroom and our bed is her safe haven. She feels that's her place. And she will sit there and she will watch from there. And out on the street, the same thing. When somebody wants to get near her, she gets away from them as fast as she can.
Say hi, Piper. Come on. Say hi.
Walking Piper, everybody wants to touch her. Everybody wants to pet her, and everybody compliments Piper and says how beautiful she is, and they do. They try to pet her, and she cowers right away, or she'll run and hide behind me, or, as far away as possible.
But if it's a dog, that's totally different. She goes up to every dog. In the morning, she is like, climbs on both of us. She's totally like playful, happy.
The playful side of Piper is the best side of Piper. It's what I want her to be on a daily basis, and I want everybody to see that side of Piper because she is an amazing, loving dog.
What I hope Cesar can do for me is to tell me how I can change what I do to bring her out, because I am stumped.
My biggest dream is for Piper to be just an average, happy-go-lucky dog that can go anywhere with us.
How can I help you?
Well, what we're looking for with our dog Piper is to help her be more social. She's very skittish of people.
Okay.
And us even at home.
No way. For how long?
Since we've had her.
We've had her for 1.5 years.
Oh.
I can't walk up to her to pet her, and she won't come to me if I call her. If I walk up to her, she'll run.
But if I sit down here and I'm just sitting, and I'll say, come up here, she'll hop up with me.
So when she comes to you, she's fine. It's when you go to her that she's
Exactly, yeah. If you let her come to you, that's fine.
How long does it take for her to come to you?
It takes a while. It does. It's just not right away. I can't sit on the couch and she'll jump up right away.
Well, now, and the other thing is she loves dogs.
That's great.
She will go up to big dogs, little dogs, even barking dogs.
Yeah.
Now, on top of that, we have a standard poodle, Oh. And she, like, when we're walking, is the opposite. She doesn't like other dogs. She loves Piper, took to her immediately. But if you go outside, well, I have the two of them. Piper wants to say hello, Jessie wants to eat them. But she loves people.
Right.
But yeah, we thought Piper would learn from Jessie, the social aspect of Jessie being so friendly with people that come over, but
did you
she
have
doesn't learn
Piper
that.
on a leash at that time?
No.
Oh, because in order for Piper to learn from Jessie, you need to have the option of flight. Otherwise, she's just going to go into the room.
Right, and
Well,
not
she
learn
does.
anything.
She goes into the bedroom, and that's her safe place on the bed, and she'll just sit there and watch from a distance.
Right. We can use Jessie to get us closer to Piper, and we can use Piper to teach Jessie to be social with other dogs. We just have to find what works for them and just be consistent with it. You got to build self-esteem. All right, I think hands-on is better than talk.
Okay.
Cesar begins his hands-on assessment by introducing a member of his pack named Molly.
Jessie.
Instead of pull it away, just keep it right here. Hey, this is not aggression, so that, hey, no, you don't have to worry about it. This is dominance. That's all she wants to impose, the dominance part. And the touch, which you're already doing it with this, is just to snap the brain out of it. So we're not saying not to be close to the dog, we're just saying how to be close to the dog. And she's ready to pounce, right? You see? Bring it in. There you go. So my job here is just to keep the eye contact away. That will not trigger her fight.
See that?
See it? Right here. That. Just to snap the brain out of it. So what I'm seeing is the signs when she gets quiet like that. She's gonna have an episode. All right. So now I'm getting to know her. Okay. So I'm not gonna let her stay there too long because then we're gonna see the barking. But as you saw, she had the episode. I addressed it, snap her out of it, and send it back.
Yeah, I was impressed that she stood there.
Yeah. So we're not moving until the brain relaxes. That's how they learn. Jessie's dominant. Jessie's, level 10. But see, dominance is not aggression, so I'm not concerned about it. She's not gonna get any worse than that or any less than that, so she's just gonna stay there. So I'm just gonna ask her to give me a little bit of time so I can just focus on her sister. Wow.
Cesar begins his rehabilitation by working one-on-one with Piper in the backyard.
Wow. Okay, so we're not gonna approach the way predators approach, which is towards. We're just gonna approach around and create a circle. I just hope we don't mess this beautiful garden. So I'm gonna go in the opposite direction. This would be nice if she can follow me here. So my goal is just to create that. So I'm gonna bring it back, there we go. So I'm gonna keep him right here in the circle, there we go. As long as the brain is moving, we're fine. That's perfect. The whole point is that I can tell the brain, I can make you go in certain direction. So now I'm gonna send it in the other direction. There you go. Almost like sheep herding. That's good. That's nice. That's good. When I'm working with any dog, especially a dog that is so sensitive like Piper, I have to bring just pure patience and calmness. This is good. This is the confrontation part. See, you gotta be very gentle. She's telling you, look, she's telling you, I'm gonna move this way. Your job, look at my leg. Look at my leg, see? This leg is communicating, I'm blocking this way. That's nice. This is, there you go, that's really good. Now the dog's studying, I'm gonna move back. Say, how can I kick? How can I remove that pressure away from me? So I have to answer when she is going into a little submission. So that's actually really good. So I'm asking her to face me. It's very important the Piper face me every time I enter really close to her because that's really the reality. Everybody's gonna come towards her. But I wanted her to have a good experience from a new person. This is like dancing. I have to be the one who knows how to make the moves. She's just telling me I don't know how to dance. That's right.
move her. I'm just gonna put the leash on. Let her digest a little bit what just happened, right? She had no idea that this human means no harm. See, she's facing me. That's really what I wanted her to perceive. The people coming towards you, they mean calmness. That's pretty much the big picture, you know, and that's why I was so determined that every time I entered, she was looking at me. I'm going back again, right? Just very casual, very relaxed. There you go. Face to face. That's right. That's okay. That's right, very good, right there. And I'm gonna touch right here. Touching the top will make the head go down. I wanna touch under so I can raise the head so she feels proud. There you go. Once you start, you can't quit, you can't. I didn't mind the fight, I did mind the flight, especially created by me. And that's why we needed to do it very slowly. Once Piper was able to do the exercise and I was able to come up with a strategy and create a new pattern, I'm just gonna say, okay, I created a pattern, I'm just gonna put the same strategy into the bedroom. We're gonna tell her when to. Okay, this is good, right? There you go. There you go, that's all you want.
Wow.
That's all, because you're saying don't listen to the flight. Just listen to me, and once you listen to me, this tension will go away. That's all you're saying. As soon as you make the brain move forward, just let it go.
Right.
The rest, you have to do it on her own. The only purpose of the leash is to block the flight.
Yeah.
Right.
So the whole point of tools is to outsmart the animal.
I hope you're getting all this.
Yes.
I know, take notes, take notes. What a dog in that situation wants is to run away or for you to walk away. But then I'm gonna say, look, give me a little bit of calmness and I walk away. I give you what you want, but you gotta give me what I need.
Right. So
She just walked away.
So hold on to it.
Yeah, this right here, look. So what you gotta do is you gotta calm yourself down. He's a little too...
I am.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah, it was too much. So that's what she moved away from you.
Okay.
Because your assertive energy was too high.
What I picked up mainly is I need to be more calm with Piper when I approach her. And what Cesar has taught me is to approach her in a different way, in a calmer manner, and not so assertive.
Oh, you didn't even have to touch the leash.
No, she was okay.
Yeah, you were cool.
I'm happy because somebody's told us, here's what you should be working on, specifically. Hopefully it'll keep getting her, like today, seeing her start to be comfortable with all these people around was amazing.
We should do like a walk together with the pack so we can tailor this in a better way for Jessie. I think we should do it at my ranch with my pack.
Definitely up for that. I think Cesar did an amazing job. I saw big improvement in Piper already today, and it was great. Thank you, Cesar. Couldn't be happier.
So as I promised to the guys that I was gonna do a pack walk with them, more than anything, I wanna evaluate Jessie with my pack. This is a very happy-go-lucky pack, so it's a perfect pack to evaluate an older dog. Hey guys.
Hey, how are you?
How are you? Welcome to the ranch.
Thank you.
Since Cesar was last with us, it's just amazing some of the changes in Piper. I mean, really, she comes out on the sofa and she calms down pretty quickly. She kind of wanders around and is watching what's going on, and that's a huge change.
Come on, this way, guys. Let's give them direction. I want to see Piper and I want to see Jessie to experience an off-leash experience. So I don't want to put any structure in the first day of freedom in a way. You know, you can be in the front, it's not a problem. You have a great pack, nothing bad is going to happen. Your dog's still calming down, adopting the energy of the pack, so they're just exploring.
It was amazing. I mean, I wish she could do this more. She seems so happy.
And she's becoming part of that pack instead of coming so much after on the human. That's her DNA. I want Carlos and Bob to see that naturally, look how far the dogs go on their own. They have 43 acres. They can just run and take off, but that's not their intention because 30, 40, 50 feet away, they went away from us. And that's as far as they go because their leadership or their friendship is here.
I love to see them like this. I was amazed. I didn't expect Jessie to be as calm as she was. So it was pretty amazing. It was well worth it today to come out here and see Jessie interact with other dogs, because she's never done that before.
I just wanted to see what's possible, you know, especially with Jessie.
Yeah,
So she can...
no, I'm shocked that she's...
And you guys do an amazing job with Pipers. It is an improvement and
Yeah,
just
big
happiness.
improvement.
Yeah, and we're attached to that experience, you know what I mean?
I think that we're calmer and everything feels a lot more relaxed.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think that's helped her, it's helped us. And so that's been an amazing thing.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Cesar, thank you.
For the experience.
Oh,
it was
thank you.
awesome. It was fun.
Thank you very
Bye,
much.
Piper and Jessie. A dog's natural desire is to be grounded and balanced. Daisy, Olivia, RJ, and Piper have all made tremendous progress in achieving that goal.
Hi, Cesar. So it's been a little over a month since you were last here, and we're doing really, really well. I'm able to walk both the dogs now, and Daisy's doing a lot better as well when it comes to meeting new people and new dogs.
Thanks, Cesar.
Thanks, Cesar.
Hey, Cesar. It's been a month and a half since we've met with you, and RJ is just doing amazing. Jumps back and forth onto the boat, no problem. Loves the beach, digging. Loves the waves. Just been great. You worked a miracle. Thank you so much.
Hey, Cesar. It's Carlos and Bob. Just wanted to give you a quick update on our girls. Jessie and Piper have been doing amazing since your last visit a couple weeks ago. We've seen so much improvement in both of them.
Well, Piper's been doing incredibly well. So now we can take the dogs to brunch.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Cesar.
Every pet needs to feel safe and secure. Helping your dog overcome fear is an important step in building a healthy and fulfilling life.
I am the dog whisperer.